Here at Kohll's Pharmacy and Homecare, we not only provide top-of-the-line products, customer service, but we also take care of all the Medicare paperwork for your diabetic supplies. Today, I'd like to walk you through that process. It all starts with a prescription. Now, most of you are familiar with a prescription for a medication. Your prescribing doctor calls it in, the pharmacy gets it ready, you pick it up, and that's the end. For Medicare, it's a little bit different for diabetic supplies. In order to meet all the regulations and standards, we need a little bit more documentation on file. However, it does still start with that prescription. Once that initial prescription is received, we would send off a detailed order for your physician to complete. And let's take a look at what those differences look like. So as you can see, on the right-hand side is a basic prescription that would go to your pharmacist for a medication. Basic information is contained on that prescription. Contrast that to a detailed written order from your physician. And just to point out a few of the key differences, it includes your specific diagnosis, how many times a day you should be testing, your physician's information, and the last time you had a face-to-face visit with your doctor. Once this order is completed, we also request a copy of the physician chart notes from your most recent visit. And this is to provide Medicare with an understanding that you are currently being seen and treated for this particular condition. Once all of this documentation is on file, we would be able to supply you with all your diabetic needs and submit that claim to Medicare for reimbursement. Now, before I go any further, I would like to point out the difference between traditional Medicare and a Medicare replacement plan. Traditional Medicare is when we will submit the claim directly to Medicare for reimbursement. Now, many individuals have a managed care plan, which means that although it is a Medicare plan, it is being managed by a company such as United Healthcare or Coventry, or sometimes even Aetna. In those instances, the documentation requirements and how we submit that claim will differ. In those cases, it may be just as simple as going to the pharmacy and having them fill that as a prescription. So as we discuss this today, we are referring to traditional Medicare. And as we previously stated, once this detailed written order and the chart notes are on file, we will be able to supply you with all your diabetic needs. However, for a few individuals, Medicare considers high-frequency testers. If you are one of these individuals, we have a little bit more work to do. In addition to the detailed written order and the chart notes, Medicare guidelines require that you see your physician every 6 months so he or she may document your treatment progress and explain why he or she would like you testing more frequently. For Medicare standards, individuals on insulin generally test up to 3 times a day without requiring any additional documentation. For individuals not using insulin, it's usually once a day per Medicare guidelines. Now, if you are testing over these normal standards, that's when we require that little bit extra. So when you see your physician every 6 months, they will document this in their chart notes, complete a new prescription, and send that prescription to Kohll's to keep on file. In addition, we require for you to keep a logbook of your testing for at least 2 weeks within the past 6 months. And again, this is Medicare's way to make sure that you are testing appropriately and we are billing our claims appropriately. As always, if you ever have questions regarding your insurance or your particular coverage, give us a call and we will do that research for you. We will contact your insurance and find out exactly how they would like those claims submitted and to make sure you are receiving all the products that you require for your diabetic testing. As always, thank you for choosing Kohll's.